Hey everyone. So if you may not know, I have quite a bit of experience multi-apping. Typically, when I go out delivering, I multi-app because I want to stay as busy as possible and make as much money as possible. With that being said, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to avoid when multi-apping. These are some mistakes I've made in the past and hopefully will help you in the future. So, the first thing you need to avoid doing is making sure that if you accept orders from, say, DoorDash and GrubHub at the same time, they're not going to opposite locations. Look at your map. Or if you know your market, know your street names real well, that helps too. But you don't want to be driving 15 minutes one way and then 15 minutes back the other way to complete that order, because customer number 2 is going to have cold food. They're going to get pissed off because it's also been a much longer than normal delivery. So not the best thing to do. It's definitely something I would try to avoid whenever possible. The second thing you need to avoid when you're multi-apping is not having enough delivery bags. If you're out there working more than one app, please have multiple delivery bags. There's nothing like, the easiest thing about it is you could separate your orders. Hey, my order from McDonald's is going into my GrubHub bag, and my order from Subway is going into my DoorDash bag. It's just a lot easier. If you do not have 2 delivery bags, what I suggest doing would be to, whoever you're dropping off to first, leave that one out of the hot bag, and then whoever the second drop off is, put that one in your hot bag. That way it keeps their food a little warmer, and the customer isn't too pissed off. The third thing you need to avoid when delivering is mixing up the orders. There's nothing worse than not paying attention, rushing, whatever. And then you get a call from customer service from like Uber Eats, like, hey, your last customer, they ordered Chinese food and you dropped off a pizza. Then you got some explaining to do. You might get deactivated. Pay attention. It's not too hard. When you get to the house for the drop-off, double check the name on there, what they ordered, and double check the food. Most of them write the name, or there's a name on a receipt stapled to the bag. There should be no reason why you make this mistake, but it does happen. So please do your best to avoid that. The fourth thing you need to avoid when multi-apping is leaving your apps on when you're completing another delivery. And what I mean by that is, hey, I pick up an order from, I don't know, Chipotle, and I go to drop it off, and it's like 15-minute drive, and that was for DoorDash. And then it's like a $10 order, whatever. Uber Eats, I leave running the whole time, and I see this $25 offer right when I pick up the food. And you're gonna be real tempted to grab that, and then you're gonna have some really upset customers. So that you grab that Uber Eats order, well, guess what? You don't deliver it until way later. Food's cold, customer's pissed off, and then they take that tip back, and you only get like $5. It's not worth it. What I suggest doing instead is to 5 minutes before you're going to complete the delivery, turn your other app back on. How you do this with DoorDash, you pause it. So you pick up a GrubHub order, switch over to DoorDash, hit pause. You got 35 minutes. Then you just tap to go back online. Then the other apps, you could just turn them off. It's not too hard. Saves a lot of headaches, saves temptations, and then you start making mistakes. You don't want that, trust me. I've been there, I've done it. It's not worth it. The fifth and final thing to avoid when you are multi-apping is doing Walmart grocery orders or any other grocery orders. Sorry, but it just messes with your vibe. If you're out there making these quick deliveries, making good money, and then you accept an order from Walmart, most likely it's gonna slow you down, because usually you have to wait a little bit just because they do a lot of orders. And then there's also a good chance there's gonna be multiple bags that you have to walk back and forth through the door. And that just takes some time. It really kills the vibe. I feel like it's a much smarter decision. If you wanna do Instacart, Shipt, Walmart grocery, whatever, do those on a day by themselves. Don't multi-app. There's just a lot more complicated, and it's not the same as delivering food. They're still pretty easy, but I mean, it's different. It's a lot easier to just drop off a bag of food than it is to drop off like 30 bags of groceries. If you enjoyed this video, check out my top 5 reasons why you should deliver for GrubHub. It's a really cool video. I think you'll like it. See you next time. Peace.